Hello everyone, hello Collywag. Welcome to a game between Happy versus Foggy. This game taking place here on the Last Refuge. As things get underway, perhaps no two Western players have played each other more in finals of Western tournaments than Happy and Foggy. And we'll see, well, how Happy does in this particular match. If we will buck the trend, if Foggy will take a game here, or if Happy will take the win. Let's go ahead and start breaking things down as things are already opening up. We are looking at Altar of Elders, Ancient of War here. Should be looking at a Keeper of the Grove opening. Meanwhile, we should be looking at a Death Knight opening coming in from Happy. Happy opening up with that Death Knight as suspected. Meanwhile, we are looking at a Keeper of the Grove. No big surprises, at least nothing out of the gates that would really warrant any sort of discussion or changes of that nature. All right, Acolyte trying to make its way over as it ends up taking a little bit of aggro from the rest of the creeps there. Nicely done, as the Archer now going to try and engage once more. Creeps are going back and forth. Treants are now making their way over as the Acolyte looks to get in some engagement. Ancient of War now making its way down. Keeper of the Grove is going to be able to easily finish off this Acolyte here as things get underway. Good morning. Currently watching your Armin versus Razorman Orc Mirror match on YouTube. Well, thank you for tuning in here anyways, as we are breaking things down. Keeper of the Grove picking up a Circlet of Nobility. Now, Death Knight going to come around the corner. Does not have any skeletal minions as of yet. As I stand corrected, thank you for the sub. Every sub does definitely help keep this channel keep this channel going. And thank you for the support. I've said this in the past, I'll say it again. I don't do this for the money because, well, there's not that much money in it. And if it wasn't for the money, I wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you very much. As the Keeper of the Grove, going to go ahead and engage here. Skeletal Minion is going to be easily taking on Treants, or just trying to walk around as the Archer is able to shoot through the trees, getting a little bit of damage here, as another Skeletal Warrior could end up being taken down, but it was denied. Beautifully played by Happy, as Happy now retreats back. A little bit more damage, still not sitting at level 2. And this is what Happy is afraid of. Happy is afraid of allowing the Keeper of the Grove to get to level 2. So when ghouls finally do start transitioning out, the Keeper of the Grove would be able to easily entangle them down. Coming back across here, Keeper of the Grove going to go after this Forest Troll High Priest and the remaining unit here. And I wish there was just a bigger Warcraft 3 community who could enjoy this splendid game as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue to break things down here as the Wand of Illusion, Keeper of the Grove, now makes its way off to the north. Death Knight now with a Wand of Illusion of his own, and now creeping out with a good number of skeletal minions, as that is just going to be surrounded. Yes, surrounded, not even completely ignored, as Foggy just makes his way around, trying to make sure that the Death Knight causes a little bit of disruption. Keeper of the Grove back at home, perhaps going to try and get a little bit of mana going. Rock Golem here now going to aggro the Tree of Life. Beautifully played by Happy. This Tree of Life taking a little bit of damage. Death Knight, now we are looking at the Illusion, now trying to retreat back here. A little bit of damage being brought back over, and the Illusions being used very effectively alongside the creeps. And it's small things like this that make Warcraft 3 so unique. Being able to understand the game at a level where you can have the computer actually work in favor of you. Death Knight now coming back down here, going to perhaps finish off this Ogre Magi creep camp. Skeletal Minions now going to try and surround the Keeper of the Grove. Treants quickly getting entangled around. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life is still in quite a bit of distress, down to 13 or 1,000 hit points. It's going to be able to be finished, but it has absorbed quite a bit of damage. Keeper of the Grove still back across here. Death Knight actually very close to level 3 now after all of that exchange, as we see Ensnare still coming across. Death Knight most likely will be looking to try and get a Death Coil off onto that ghoul. Is it going to be able to finish it off? And it does get the Death Coil in the time. Beautifully done, as the Keeper of the Grove now uses another entangle on a completely different ghoul. Is there going to be a denial? No, there is not. Simply too many arrows from those archers to stagnate at them all. Death Knight 6 experience shy away from that next level. Tree of Life should have eaten a tree before making that trek over. Meanwhile, the Death Knight still going after this Wisp here and causing a little bit of disruption. Ancient of War trying to get in an attack as well, as the Wisp should be able to easily heal back up. And well, where is it going to try and go next? Archers are all here. Keeper or Tree of Life slowly regenerating hit points. Didn't bother eating a tree before making that trek over, as the tree ants are now going after, well, some more Murlocs. Death Knight will get to level 3 here in just a moment, creeping away from all of that action. Dust of Appearance picked up by the Death Knight as well. And, well, to prevent any more hiding. But the Demon Hunter is out here on the board. Slippers of Agility is going to quickly get picked up. Mana Burn onto that Death Knight already, but a split second too late, allowing the Death Coil to land on that Archer without issue. Units are looking to retreat back. Meanwhile, down here, Keeper of the Grove still wants to get to level 3 first, as he wants to get into that harassment game, allowing the Demon Hunter to do a little bit of creeping away from the action as well. Lich coming out onto the battlefield shortly. Meanwhile, Death Knight by its lonesome self causing a little bit more disruption and problems. Archers causing some problems here. Demon Hunter able to push the Death Knight back once more as the gold mine is being entangled. Foggy pretty much setting up in the best possible scenario for himself. He isn't behind in tech. He is ahead in terms of expansions and economy, and overall is in a decent position. But we've seen, well, the undead and their sudden power spike once they get to tier 3, have those obsidian statues, have the crypt fiends and that orb of corruption, how difficult it is to deal with that undead army. Coming back around, Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and engage Ogre Magi here at Ancient Eating Trees. That is sort of, yeah, that is a bit of cannibalism right there. But then again, don't fish eat fish? Is that cannibalism? Anyways, coming back around, Ogre Magi going to easily get taken down here. Forest Troll Trappers going to be finished up. Demon Hunter will be close to level 3. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove nearby trying to get some damage onto that Death Knight. Death Knight does pick up a potion of greater healing, as well as the Demon Hunter that much closer to level 3, and also picked up Rune Bracers. That is going to greatly help how much damage the Demon Hunter takes. Death Coil Frost Nova straight out of the gate onto the Demon Hunter will be reduced damage, and perhaps that will allow the Demon Hunter to get in one more necessary mana burn on a hero and tip things in his favor. Demon Hunter already seen that level 3 here. Keeper of the Grove still trying to play this harassment game, getting in some damage across both, but Obsidian Statues are now out onto the battlefield. Obsidian Statues providing a bit of hit points and mana for all of those units, as we see a Wand of the Wind item picked up there. All right, Demon Hunter trying to make its way back there. Some more mana burns onto those Obsidian Statues. Demon Hunter has plenty of mana for mana burn, but if you look, Death Knight is going to be Death Knight and the Lich, both of them looking to perhaps get in more mana or get in more spell damage too. Demon Hunter with a potion of greater healing, Rune Bracers, and a decent amount of armor will be a difficult target to take down, as we are still sitting at Tree of Ages, not yet going to Tree of Eternity, but we do have a good amount of gold, or we did have a good amount of gold sitting in the bank. All right, Dryads, Forest Troll, Berserkers, Archers getting ready to move on in. 0-1 upgrades for the Night Elf. Hey Linux heroes, how are you doing? And we're looking at the Obsidian Statues now making their way down. Lich sitting on plus 12 auto attack damage already, and adding in that Orb of Corruption, things could go sideways quickly. Quick Death Coil Frost Nova on an unsuspecting Archer, or rather suspecting Archer, as problems do arise. Demon Hunter still doesn't have an Orb of Venom as of yet. Ghouls could have a field day with all of these medium armored units, as the Lich easily gets off another Frost Nova. Demon Hunter needs to be on top of all of those mana burns as much as possible, and this is an absolute bloodbath. Thank you for the follow, as Happy able to push back Foggy's army. Demon Hunter finally shuts down the rest of the mana here, and perhaps going to go after this last Obsidian Statue. The Obsidian Statue is in retreat. Obsidian Statues are absolutely critical, as there's not going to be enough gas in the tank of Happy's army. Dryad's now pushing back the other side. Demon Hunter still has plenty of hit points with the potion of greater healing to boot, as well as the ghouls are going to get taken down. Demon Hunter still fighting across here. Scroll of healing, I believe, was used. Dryad, low hit point, does get beaten down here, as the Lich still has plenty of mana to go as well. Both sides are fighting. Destroyer trying to take down some units. Are we going to see a Death Coil here? No, Crypt Fiend getting taken down, and both sides losing units left and right. There goes another Dryad as well, as we are still seeing more damage being ripped on through here. Keeper of the Grove going to try and finish off this last Crypt Fiend there, and he does get it. Keeper of the Grove looking to get a little bit more mana. Destroyer up in the air, still able to cause quite a bit of problems as the Demon Hunter says, you know what, I want to mana burn that Obsidian statue, but is currently low on mana himself. Keeper of the Grove with dual potions of invulnerability should have no problem whatsoever heading all the way back home. 51 supply compared to 43. Demon Hunter now looking to perhaps retreat back himself as the tech to tier 2 should begin shortly, trying to get some orbs of venom on that Demon Hunter, get in some damage on those destroyers in the air, get in some damage over time as well, and perhaps even access to mountain giants, as there are just so many so many Crypt Fiends out on the map. This is old game. This is a replay. The game, this game, WarCraft 3, I guess is technically old. It's been out for almost 20 years now. If that's what you are asking, I feel like the graphics still look fairly decent and polished for a 20-year-old game. But it's still a pretty recent replay, if that's what you're asking about. Demon Hunter, Keeper of the Grove, going to easily finish off this Overlord creep camp, and this might buy Foggy a bit of time to catch up here. He's able to creep out these two, the red creep camps before his opponent. That should give him an advantage in the upcoming fight. The problem right now is that the Death Knight and Lich currently have the experience lead, or well, did have the experience lead. Keeper of the Grove, Mass Teleport, or Staff of Preservation's the Demon Hunter back. He's able to pick up a little bit, and perhaps, yes, we're looking now at Happy trying to clear that same Overlord creep camp on the other side of the map. All right, we are going to be getting level 4 on this Keeper of the Grove here. A couple of purges go down. Those Treants taking and absorbing a lot more damage. Level 4 now on that Keeper of the Grove. Demon Hunter comes back around. He does have a good number of items as well. Meanwhile, the Treants are now making their way off to the north. Circlet of Nobility drop. Is there enough room for any of these items? Ring of Protection, Slippers of Agility, just trying to drop all of these items here. And, well, what item was destroyed? Not a Potion of Invulnerability. No, I believe it was a Ring of Protection. All right, coming back down here, Scroll of Town Portal, Foggy, trying to retreat back. There is that Endurance Aura. Where is the army? Teleports right behind here. Mass Dryads going up against Mass Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends would generally win out in this battle, as we are looking at perhaps, yes, Disease Cloud on the Abomination, which really starts to eat at the low hit points of these Dryads rather quickly. We are looking at Slow Poison as well. That Destroyer taking quite a bit of damage and unable to get away easily, down to 300 hit points and dropping quickly down to, well, 500 hit points even after all that. And you can see that damage over time while still slowly ticking away. Unholy Aura coupled with Endurance Aura, allowing for that, for the faster moving Destroyer to be able to slip away easily. Low hit point Dryad going to easily get cleaned up here. No, going after the Crypt Fiend instead. Battles on both sides. Scroll of Healing quickly being used. Lich still able to finish off the Dryad. Demon Hunter now going after some more targets, as the Lich is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Has a Potion of Healing still, as both sides are still fighting. Death Knight sitting at level 4, getting very close to level 5. Should be able to get there here in just a moment, as we see a mana burn onto the Lich out of mana. Death Knight now sitting at level 5, level 3 Death Coil. More Lich or more Dryads could get taken down. More damage coming back across your Obsidian statue now joining in on the battle. 46 supply compared to 68. Entangle onto an Abomination for quite a bit of time, as there was no Destroyers there to devour that magic. Continuing back around, Demon Hunter trying to finish off some of these Obsidian statues. Perhaps going to be able to get in some mana burns, finish off some of these units. 3 Obsidian statues are still alive here, as another gonna get taken down, and we are just looking at absolute destruction across all of these units across the board, trying to add in more and more damage here. Obsidian statue down to 100 hit points. Crypt Fiend gonna be able to finish off 1 Dryad, maybe even 2, as another Obsidian statue should end up getting taken down right there. There it goes. Death Knight now coming back around the other side, looking to finish off the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, with Potion or that Rune Brace, are able to absorb quite a bit of damage here, as the Dryads are now all regrouping together. Ancient Protector needs to root itself. There's a mana burn there, as the Ancient Protector just going to actually not root itself, as there is a meat wagon nearby. Ancient Protector trying to eat some trees, but that's not going to be able to regenerate the hit points fast enough. Quick reprieve. Foggy's army is actually quite a bit larger, sitting in low upkeep, but still unable to overcome his opponent with that army advantage. Level 5, level 4, going up against a level 4 here, as the Keeper of the Grove looks to finish off this Ogre Magi creep camp. Potion of Invulnerability, or potion of invulnerability was used up. Now going to pick up that gloves of haste. We are now at Tree of Eternity, getting in bears instead of mountain giants. Both strong propositions once you get to tier 3. And are we going to be looking at an orb of venom? That is my follow-up question. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal, head back to the expansion here and be ready to engage against his opponent. The Tree of Life has no additional protection at this stage. 70 supply compared to 41. And this is just one of those questions. What does it take to beat Happy? Foggy now trying to push back the other way. Treants are now going to be ready to join in on the battle here. 45 supply compared to 72. It seems like it would be a one-sided battle until you see the names and the history behind these two particular players. This is new game. The game is relatively new. I believe it was played not too long ago. So less than a week ago? I'd have to double check. I can tell you after the cast. Gargantuan Sea Turtle now making its way back around here. Treants are going to go ahead and engage. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter getting ready to fight here. This game is not live, as the Murlocs are going to end up getting finished off. Murloc Huntsman will get taken down. Gargantuan Sea Turtles are going to get finished up here. We do see some Druids of the Claw, and they are at Mastery training, so there is plenty of mana for rejuvenation here, as we're looking at, well, the Goblin Zeppelin going to end up getting taken down here. Dryads are going to be able to finish it off. Meat Wagon ends up being dropped down right here. Disease Cloud spreading across multiple units. Level 5 now on the Demon Hunter, as are we going to get level, we are going to get closer to level 5 for that Keeper of the Grove. All right, Keeper of the Grove sitting at 4.8. Demon Hunter sitting at 5, going up against a level 5 and soon to be level 5 Lich, as we are now looking at Happy doing his one base all-in push. Is Foggy going to be able to defend against this all-in push? That is the question. There's 6 minutes of mining left here, 3 minutes of mining left at the main base, as we are now going into Chimeras to deal with those abominations and perhaps those meat wagons. Keeper of the Grove. All right, Orb of Venom already right there. Selling of items, repurchasing of items. Keeper of the Grove with the Orb of Venom. Keeper of the Grove should be able to get to level 5 relatively easily here. Just sight up onto the high ground. Instead, Undead quickly putting pressure onto the Tree of Life already. What you cannot allow this expansion to fall. If you do, then Foggy will definitely come out ahead right there. Force a Troll Berserker gets blasted away from a Frost Nova there, and now gets to level 5 on the Lich. That's not what you wanted to see if you were rooting for Foggy. Level 5 now on the Lich. Level 3 Death Coil. Level 3 Frost Nova will make short work of any unit that doesn't have over 500, 600 hit points. That's going to get blasted away pretty much immediately, as the Demon Hunter now tries to dive into the situation. Ancient of War acting as a little bit of a gatekeeper, trying to slow down the opponent here. Demon Hunter could try and at least get a mana burn off onto some of these other targets. The Obsidian statues are still prime targets to try and remove mana from, and eventually create a little bit of a mana shortage eventually. Still, we're looking at the Demon Hunters, perhaps waiting for an Orb of Venom to restock from that Ancient of Wonders. We are looking at Foggy now sitting at a high upkeep, 87 over 100 gold, still mining gold away, getting that next Chimera and getting in a handful more bears for this nice next fight. All right, getting into position here. All right, in comes the Destroyers. 3 Destroyers in the air, able to devour magic, and in comes the push here. There goes some units as the Bears need to try and stay in that front line position, trying to go after all of those Crypt Fiends. Backlines trying to get picked apart by the Dryads as well. Both sides, Keeper of the Grove being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal early to save that hero, as the Dryads are going to be able to teleport away. This is going to buy time as he's going to reset himself, but Foggy is going to end up losing the expansion. No, what is this? Scroll of Town Portal back the other way. Repair is going to be coming back. All right, 1 teleport in, 1 teleport out. The repairs not going to be enough. Down to 12. And that was a last-second town portal out. Death Knight was in some serious trouble. Army was in some serious trouble. However, they were able to back away. The Wisp trying to do that repair, able to keep it at 20 hit points. It looked like the Scroll of Town Portal had completed, and then the Tree of Life fell because of all of those meat wagon attacks. The projectile was already in the air. All right, coming back around here. Ogre Magi easily taken down. We are looking at a level 5 Keeper of the Grove. Orb of Venom on both heroes now finally. But the Death Knight is also getting close to level 6. Anyone here? This is now game or old game? It is an old game. I thought I've answered this many times. It is a replay. Alright, Tree of Eternity now making the slow trek over as well. We are going to be looking at more unsummoning from Happy. Happy sitting at a 65 over 40 supply. But this slight delay in mining is going to be a very, very big deal. Dryads are 2-3 upgraded, and Happy has no upgrades whatsoever. This matchup and this game on paper looks like it should go in favor of Foggy. Hero levels are currently the same. Army size advantage for Foggy. Yeah, like everything on paper seems like it should be going for Foggy, right? Army size advantage is for Foggy. Upgrade advantage for Foggy. Hero levels are the same. And we're looking at the Tree of Eternity looking to perhaps entangle this gold mine and finish things up. All right. All right. Coming back through. Obsidian Statues, Crypt Fiends, Death Knight now making their way down, trying to do a little bit of pressure here. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight already down on mana, gonna go ahead and engage here. Chimera's trying to go straight after some of those other units. Chimera's finally getting webbed down. Keeper of the Grove gonna go ahead and put in some pressure as the Lich does have True Shot or a giving damage bonus across the board. Chimera trying to finish off the Abomination. Abomination does get taken down alongside that Chimera. Both sides level 6 now on the Death Knight. Death Knight still haven't chosen an ability as of yet. Could try to use Animate Dead to win and tip the sides in this battle. 52 supply compared to 50. Death Knight continuing to battle up. Goes for a level 3 Unholy Aura instead, as there's mass Wisp detonations across all of these units here. Lich could be in a little bit of trouble. Keeper of the Grove trying to finish off some of those units. Destroyers down to 335 hit points. Looks like he will be able to get away. Down to 37 hit points. It gets taken down. Demon Hunter now trying to go after some of these remaining units here as well. Dryads low on hit point. Bears low on hit points with 33 supply compared to 32. Level 6 on the Lich. Keeper of the Grove could try to easily finish off some of these other units here as the Potion of Healing is finally used. Dust of Appearance finally being used here. Keeper of the Grove trying to get away as it gets staffed up Preservation to back home. Demon Hunter still fighting in a one-man war, pretty much trying to finish off all of these units. There's another mana burn as well as the Demon Hunter retreats back. Keeper of the Grove, Staff of Preservation teleported him to the expansion right here, which was awfully close to the action. Meanwhile, only a couple of heroes and not 2 meat wagons could be the death of this Tree of Eternity. 2,000 hit points, still quite a bit to try and overcome as the Demon Hunter now trying to make its way back over. All right, going to get in some damage onto that Destroyer, trying to finish off some of these units here. Acolytes, well, getting into the fray as well as the Demon Hunter now gets up to level 6. Metamorphosis is going to come online, and that is going to be the game. Foggy, once he got that last Destroyer, was able to win the game with Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis increasing the effectiveness of that Demon Hunter even further, giving splashed damage over time, chaos damage, and ultimately getting the victory. That hedge he got last. All right, anyways, we really Superman into a GG. A great game right there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.